Ready, set, go.
I'm Tatiana Kiriev Miller, and I'm the Executive Director here at 10,000 Villages, and we are a fair trade nonprofit. Fair trade is a social movement aimed at eliminating global poverty, and what we do here in the store is very special because everything that we sell is a gift that gives twice. All of the things are handmade by artisans from 32 different countries, and all of the money goes back to the artisan groups despite the overhead costs. The amount of money that the artisan makes on the product really depends on, should I start over?
You're good. And then we'll
The
just
amount of money that the artisan makes on the product really depends on the materials being used. So what our buyers really try to do is go into the country and make sure that they're actually using sustainable items, recyclable items, things that they can get the most profit off of so that they can get a fair living wage, which is one of the most important things about fair trade. And in addition to that, $2,000 spent in our store supports a family for an entire year. That means food, clothing, education, shelter, everything. And I just had the opportunity to go over to the national conferences, which are in Pennsylvania, where the headquarters of 10,000 Villages is, and we got to meet with several different artisans, and I can talk about that a little bit later when I show the products. But 10,000 Villages is the oldest fair trade distribution chain, and we're a local community-founded nonprofit that supports all kinds of different fair trade organizations. But we call ourselves 10,000 Villages because it's the biggest vendor that we work with. And every single product in the store has a story behind it, and each story is unique to the product. The way that it's made, as well as the artisan group that it supports, because every single artisan group has an additional cause that they work to support within their community. So let's walk around and look at a couple of the unique products that we have here in 10,000 Villages, especially for moms, things that would be good that you could consider down the road. We have all kinds of toys and finger puppets, plenty of educational books about fair trade that are not necessarily fairly traded, but actually help to promote our mission here, which is really to help people live good lives without any sweatshop labor, and to make sure that they are having, education and health. And for a lot of these children, if they get sick, they can die overnight. And our program really makes it so that they can see a doctor and get medical attention and the nutrients they need to be able to survive. And a lot of the awesome success stories that come out of a lot of these developing nations are, a child that was living in poverty who was stricken with a disease and is now a doctor that helps other children and other people. One of those stories, it just came out of Colombia, in fact. So one of our newer items is this bug box that comes out of Sri Lanka from Golden Palm Handicrafts. And it's actually painted wood, and all of the wood is recyclable. That means that they gathered it off of the ground so that they didn't have to cut down a tree. All of the paint is non-toxic, and it's all naturally made and organic, and then everything is lacquered, so it's safe. I wouldn't recommend putting a bug box in your mouth, especially if there's bugs in it, but I would say that it's a very safe toy for kids of any ages, and a great gift because they can collect their bugs. But we see a lot of the hand-painted stuff coming out of Sri Lanka. And the amazing thing about this artisan group is that they also work to support, so not only the money goes to support the children and their families, they support a women and children's shelter that helps women who are escaping from bad situations rehabilitate and then eventually be able to start their own business. And so these cooperatives help the poorest of the poor in the town, and they come out with these awesome products that you can come buy for a reasonable price. This one is $24 and there's no tax on it, so that means that you're actually saving. So that's wonderful. And then let's go over here and travel to Nepal to look at one of our more popular items in the store, which is known as the Nepalese singing bowl. And the singing bowl is very unique. It's made out of a couple of different metals, and usually bronze is the major metal. But the mix of metals really determines the clarity of the sound. And this comes out of Manguti, which is a Nepalese artisan group that supports people living with leprosy. So it's an amazing artisan group. And the sound that you get out of these singing bowls, if you can hear it, I don't know if you can hear it, is really awesome. And we have a lot of people that collect them depending on, you know, the style and the shape. It's a really popular gift, and these are really, really beautiful, especially for shelf sitters or people who like music. So let's travel over here, and I'll stop at West Bank just to talk about something that we have here that's extremely popular, especially during the holidays, which is our nativities. We have hundreds of nativities during the holidays, and in September we actually do a Nativity Collectors Club. So if you like nativities, that's the time to come. This one comes out of West Bank, and again, that same recycled wood idea. They pick up the olive wood off of the ground and they actually make it into a nativity. Hundreds and hundreds of nativities. So you can come back, and here's an onyx one that comes out of Pakistan. If you can see this beautiful onyx stone. And onyx is something that you can find in really high-grade kitchen granite. So it's a very beautiful, very difficult to get stone. And ours is fairly traded, so you know nobody is harmed in the process. And then, if we come over here to the jewelry case, and I'll turn down the music so you can hear me. If we come over here to the jewelry case, we see one of our beautiful necklaces. We have all kinds of amazing necklaces, but I think this one is such a beautiful one for a new mom or a pregnant mom because it's called a harmony ball, and it's a filigree necklace, and it comes out of Indonesia from Mitra Bali. And this is a cooperative that supports women's development and women's rights. They only work with other cooperatives that make sure that women's rights are being advocated for. So this one is really awesome because you can wear it at any length, and it's actually made to create harmony with the baby. So if you hear it, it has a ball inside that bounces, and it calms the baby down as the mother walks. But anybody can wear it. I just think it's such a beautiful idea for a pregnant woman. I can't believe they don't make these in our culture, but this is very unique to their culture, and that's why it's awesome. And I will put this one away. And then we will talk a little bit about home decor. We have all kinds of tapestries on our walls that are awesome and beautiful. We have Haitian pounded metal made out of recycled oil drums that's gorgeous and comes in all patterns and prints. But one of the most beautiful and fascinating things that I really love is the Kisi stone that comes out of Kenya. And the Kisi stone comes out of Undugu, which means brotherhood. And it's soapstone that is polished several times and then waxed with oil. So it's beautiful and amazing, and it has this awesome all of these awesome designs. So we have these great parent and children sculptures, mother and elephant, and a very popular wedding gift known as the love knot. The smaller knot is supposed to symbolize the woman, and the larger knot is supposed to symbolize the man. And basically the blessing goes, may your union last as long as the stone from which this is carved. So all these different unique items that you can get from 10,000 Villages, and you can also support an amazing cause and help somebody out instead of just going down to Walmart and grabbing a gift that somebody may have suffered in the process of making. So try to support us as much as you can. It's an amazing cause, and we really appreciate you all coming down to see us today.
Thank you.